Now this week we're driving the Porsche Panamera Turbo S e-hybrid Sport Turismo. Quite a mouthful, but what a fabulous thing it is. Absolutely gorgeous. So let's talk through some details first of all. This is a proper hybrid, plug-in hybrid. So what we have is a 4-litre V8 twin turbo engine, petrol engine, as well as 130 odd horsepower of electric power as well. So in total you end up with around about 680-ish horsepower. Not bad. So top speed on this Panamera is 192 miles an hour. 0 to 60 comes up in just 3.4 seconds, and 0 to 100 comes up in 7.7. Massive performance figures. For me, more impressive is the in-gear acceleration. For example, 50 to 75 takes just 2.2 seconds. So if you've got this thing in Sport Plus, and we'll come to the modes in a minute, and you're already rolling, it's absolutely brutal. Phenomenal in-gear acceleration. The car has 4 driver modes. One is e-power, which is essentially just electric. One is hybrid, which is a combination of the two, and the car selects what you need as you drive. The first two, e-power and hybrid, the car's very civilized, changes gear like a normal car. It's got an 8-speed gearbox, fully automatic when you drive like this, and it's really civilized. It's a nice car. We've been doing school runs, you can do the shopping, you can do anything you like in it. Very, very nice to drive. Suspension, although it's adjustable, typically sits in a kind of mid position, so it's fine for our horrible roads. When you click Sport or Sport Plus, everything changes. Ride height changes, the car lowers itself, the suspension becomes firmer, the gearbox becomes much more sporty, so the gear changes are faster, it holds on to gears longer rather than change up, so you're always on the power, and it's an absolute monster. It really is fantastic to drive. Wheels are 21-inch front and rear, 275 at the front, 275 wide at the front, and 325 wide at the rear, so pretty big. Brakes, massive and absolutely phenomenal. We have 10 piston aluminium monoblock calipers at the front, with and they bite down onto carbon fiber reinforced ceramic brake discs. So Panamera is just over 5 meters nose to tail, and just over 2 meters from the edges of the wing mirrors. So she's pretty big, but honestly you don't really notice it when you're going through a tight gap or parking it on the street. It's a little bit intimidating to start with, but there are some really good visual aids to help you. 360-degree cameras, so they're looking down the sides, at the corners. You've got a great overhead view. You've got cameras, and low-down cameras front and rear. It's fantastic. So when you are parking, there's loads of assistance, and you don't feel intimidated or worried at all. One of the things I particularly like about Panamera is the quality of the engineering. The car is very well put together anyway. There's obviously no squeaks or rattles. You wouldn't expect to on a car of this caliber. But just think for a minute of the engineering challenges that the designers had to overcome to build this car. For example, so it's a hybrid, as we've said before. That means you've got around about 20-ish miles, 27 maximum, of pure electric driving. You wake up of a morning, a frosty morning, and car's all covered in frost or whatever, the roads, everything's cold. So you jump in the Panamera, you head off to work, and the first part of your journey is in traffic or whatever, so it's all electric. By the time you get to your favourite A road or dual carriageway or motorway or whatever you want, the engine hasn't run. You get to that road, open the taps, and unleash 680 horsepower, 550 of which are generated by a completely stone cold V8 twin turbo engine. That's a pretty impressive feat of engineering. Now all of this has to be covered by factory warranty. So you could do that day in, day out for 3 years and still be covered by the factory warranty. I don't know how Porsche do that. With it being a hybrid, common concern for people regarding battery life and stuff like that would be understandable. I get that. Porsche have overcome that by having an 8-year warranty, 160,000 mile on the battery pack. So, forget it. You're not going to need to worry about it ever. As you would expect on pretty much any modern car, but certainly a supercar, there are a suite of electronic aids or assists or whatever you want to call them. Porsche is no exception. And as I've mentioned, they are, with the UI being app driven, to access the assists, you can, there's a button you press, or there's an app you press that takes you into assist. In there you have a suite of the assists, and you can open each one and change the parameters of that assist. For example, traffic jam assist, really clever idea. If you're in traffic, you turn the traffic jam assist on. It monitors the cars around you, but particularly the car in front of you, and as it creeps forward, it will drive the car forward and stop, and then forward and stop, and maintain a distance from the car in front. Very clever. Lane keep assist, pretty standard stuff, you know how that works. Another one is surround assist, which goes back to the parking I was saying about before. So Panamera is quite big at 5 meters by 2.1. Surround assist is when you get close to something. So whether it's a car or hedge, anything, it activates the vision systems, or the surround assist, and you end up with a 3D view around the car. It will tell you where the closest areas are and that kind of stuff. So really clever. Not that you struggle for visibility anyway, but it gives you a level of reassurance, and you feel like, even though she's a big girl, you feel quite confident driving it in traffic. When all is said and done, though, the engineering is staggering. The way it's put together, the quality of the components, the interior trim, everything is pretty breathtaking car all round from top to bottom, honestly. But the most outrageous thing about the car is, for me, is the performance. 680 horsepower. It's outrageous. It really is.